So here we are, special Dave and Dave on a Tuesday. We have a road show today. So normally it's a Dave and Dave show, calling it the road show, episode 57. So what we have is sometimes we partner up with builders, and we've been doing this recently, something really cool. We have Cavison Homes right here, La Madre Manor. So what we're looking at is on Commerce and Craig, one of the best values on a new home that you can get. Everyone's always asking me, Dave, where can I find houses under $300,000? So we're gonna go through these two models, then we're gonna talk to my father and two of our Urban Nest agents representing Cavison and La Madre. So let's go check out the house. All right. We're gonna start with a 2,000 square foot home. Now, this is a pretty big house for under 300. And what they're gonna tell you is on most new homes, everything's not included. Here, so much of what you see in this house is included. So it's not one of those like, oh, fall in love with this first and then nothing's included. It's like double the price, not here. So let's take a look. So here's something cool. You got floors, backsplash, cabinets. You have the lot premium. I don't want to oversell it, but I'm pretty sure everything in here, besides the furniture and the appliance, I think even there's an appliance package that's included. They'll talk to you about it. So if you fall in love with a model, one of the things that is kind of disappointing is that you fall in love with a professionally designed home that you end up not being able to afford. This thing is going to come very similar to what you see. So this is a standard two-story home, very open floor plan, which is a requirement. Very nice island, eating area. This is great. Everything's right here. You can put a nook over here. And I do believe in here, you got your half bath and a cabinet here. Let's go upstairs, so I live in a one-story with two little girls, and I always say, as they get older, I'm gonna need a two-story because I'm gonna put them upstairs. I'm gonna put a little spot where I can put the food right underneath so I never have to see them again. Let's go take a look up here. Open floor plan so you can see here. Let's go on up. And this is perfect, right? So for sanity, you could be watching TV and hanging out with the adults and put the kids up here. You have a full loft with 2 bedrooms, a full bathroom here, and your laundry room, because who wants to go all the way downstairs to do the laundry all the time? And little known fact, I do most of the laundry in my home. So I'm breaking through stereotypes by the minute. Gorgeous big master, and then look how beautiful this bathroom is. Can't ask for more than this, right? So you have your walk-in shower, you have a gorgeous big tub, a lot of open space. You don't feel like it's this cramped feeling. Who wants that? Nobody wants that, especially if you have 2 or 3 kids in here, okay? All right. So this is the plan 3. There's also another 2-story, not modeled, but we're gonna go take a look at the 1-story, right? All right, let's go take a look. One of the other things you have to look around at is what's surrounding you, right? We have a residential neighborhood here, houses on this side, you're gonna see houses on this side. So you're surrounded by other single family houses. Listen, there's no right or wrong or bad or good, but you always want to know what your surroundings are so you get as much information before you commit. So let's go take a look at this 1,834 square foot 1-story. I mean, you have a nice wide lot. How nice. So one of the other things, guys, see how the houses aren't right on top of each other here? This is very important. You got some nice space in between the houses. What's happening nowadays, it doesn't matter if you're in Summerlin or whatever, the houses could be $1 million. They're 5 feet between each other. So something to think about to always look for is what is the space in between the homes. Okay? All right, let's go take a look at the 1-story. I wonder if the pavers are included. I think they are. We're gonna ask. This is the plan 4. This is personally one of my favorites. Let's take a look. So right away, you open up to this grand foyer, wide open. And here's some of the really nice things about this. Right when you walk in, you have the bedrooms on one side of the house. Now, if you're not gonna have a 2-story, you wanna have some separation between the bedrooms on this side and the master on the other. This is very nice. So you have 2 bedrooms on here. You have a half bath. Very strategically put, because let's say you have 2 kids. This is the guest bath, right? So as far as like your half bath, when people are over and they want to use the bathroom, they go here. Then you have the bathroom for the kids, the guests, the mom, the dad, whoever's in these bedrooms. So if you have 2 kids or 2 people in these bedrooms, you could literally have one use this bathroom and one use this one. And given you're not showering at the same time, but extra bathrooms, that plays a part. You have your laundry room set up, your garage is right over here, and then we're gonna keep this for last. We're gonna go right into the master, which is on the other side of the house, which I personally like. Big master, put your flat screen here, and again, these bathrooms are gorgeous. You have your walk-in shower, your tub, your sinks, and your walk-in closet. Now let's go to the best part of the house. And this is where we're gonna be finishing off. Look at this stuff. Talk about dramatic. So we're gonna be asking them what comes with the house and what doesn't. But you have a really dramatic fireplace, entertainment area with nice open windows, and then you have a gorgeous open kitchen with a nice big kitchen. This is a lot of space for cabinets and an eating area. So, you guys ready for us? Sure. Ready to do all the work?
You did.
All right. The young Dave, you know, just a little side. I was at Wolfgang Puck yesterday, and I ran into Kevin and his girlfriend, and she goes, "Oh, you must be Little Dave." And I said, "Yes, I'm Little Dave. I will take that all day long." She meant weight, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Size.
Exactly. So, like I said outside, La Madre Manor, which is the community we're in, brought to you by Cavison, Tomato, Cavison Homes. We are partnering with Cavison as far as Urban Nest is representing them on the sales, right? So we have 2 of our best here. We have Melissa Freeman, who's been here from day 1. Just saw your husband outside.
Oh, did you?
That was cool. And then we have, do I say your last name right? Krista Besner?
Yes.
Oh, right on. And then I'm going to leave it up to you guys. So take it away. I have some questions though. The railing in the 2-story.
Standard.
Standard.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
Lots of different color options too.
Really? That's nice. How about the pavers?
Standard.
Front and back?
Yep. Walkway, driveway, and the back patio.
See, so they're going to tell you more about this, but those were 2 things that I was unsure about because I've been saying that a lot of this is included. So Pops, take it away.
Okay, so there's 30 lots. Originally there were lot premiums, and the builder decided to include them in the price. The price starts at $279,900, and that is for the smallest 2-story, and then it goes up to $293,990, and that is for the bigger 2-story, which is 2,000.
Is that the one we were just in?
75 square feet. There's some standing inventory that we
Oh,
go ahead.
that's for the bosses to do.
No, they're gonna do the hard part.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna do the hard part. Then we're in the 1-story, which is the plan 4, which is 1,800 and how much?
34.
34 square feet. And they have a standing inventory of that, which will be delivered in December. The great part is in this conversation, you're talking about $279 9 up to 296, 720. So everything that we're talking about standing in phase 1 and 2, am I right, are under 300,000. So originally the homes had options and they decided to make these standards for this time to get all these homes sold.
It's like an everything included type?
It's everything included, but not what the other builders include that are not standard or standard here.
So you're saying they say everything included when they really don't mean it?
Everything's included. They're talking about a washer and a dryer as everything included. 2 phases, 12 sold, right? 12 sold?
Out of how many?
30.
Yeah,
So-
we actually have 5. They're going to be 5 phases split up, but
Okay.
we're just releasing our phase 4 now.
Got it.
Nice.
Okay. So when we changed it, it was us sitting here together. Tell them what's included that would not be included in another home.
42-inch cabinets is a big one. You know,
Big
a lot of standards.
Is that 42-inch
That's 42-inch cabinets. Yep. Normal is like 36 inches for normal builders. Backsplashes, like you see here, that's included. Granite countertops are included.
So is this kitchen as is? Can you actually duplicate this kitchen
We've
included?
had buyers that wanted to duplicate it. Yeah.
And it's included.
Yeah, this particular, the one next door is more of a, that's what we like to show as a standard. This one has a little bit more upgrades than
Okay.
the last one. Very, very minor stuff though.
Okay.
So like this little countertop here is an option, a fireplace is optional.
Mhm.
All the flooring is optional, but besides that, I mean, every buyer that we've sold in here so far has pretty much kept it under 300. We had one buyer that wanted everything and they were at like 302-ish, but besides that, under 300.
That's when you say 302-ish.
Is that 9,000?
Yeah, I mean, that's great. So the patio cover, is that standard?
Standard.
How big are these ceilings?
10 foot in here and then 12 foot in the archway. And another great upgrade is the 6-inch baseboards throughout. A lot of times you get that little 2-inch
Yeah.
lip and you
Yeah.
see this and it looks beautiful. So that is included. We also include the ceiling fan in the great room as well as the master. So that's nice that that's tossed in there too.
So other than window coverings, you're pretty much moving into a house that's
Yeah, you're done.
ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
If someone's interested in that first model that's not modeled, the first floor plan that's not modeled, do you have any in process being built? Or?
We have one that's under construction that will be ready for December. They just finished drywalling it, so they're gonna. Actually, the cabinets are probably in by now. Cabinets, countertops. Once all that happens, it goes fast. We try to keep those standing inventory floorless for now, just so we can give
Yeah.
the buyers opportunity to pick the flooring, because that takes less than 30 days to put in. So
And the way that's lot 13, right?
not 13, yeah.
And the way it's standing, it's 279.9. So if I pick standard floors, I could be into that home.
Could be in that home right under a 280.
280.
Mhm.
And how many bedrooms and baths is it?
3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths.
I mean, where do you find a brand new home for 280?
hmm And we are paying 3% towards closing costs as well.
3% towards closing costs. What about agents? What co-op are they getting?
Full 3%.
3%.
I have a question for you. What do we have as far as a home warranty? How long are the home's warranty for, and what's that standard of?
So the builder is doing a 210. The first year will be anything through the builder he will cover. And
So
then
we
this
used to
bumper to
call it
bumper.
bumper to bumper, right? Okay, go ahead. And then
Bumper to bumper.
bumper to bumper, yeah, bumper to bumper. You got it's one word, bumper to bumper.
Oh, no, bumper. Okay.
Go ahead.
And then the second year of that will be anything mechanical, and then it does come with a 10-year structural. And we include that for every home sale.
That's terrific, because people say, oh, what do I need that warranty for? Well, if the foundation, I know a lot of things that they could be scared about, and that 210 is an extra. So it's great that Cavison is putting that on all the homes. So the other home, let's talk about lot 27. It's a 1-story, right?
It's this plan right here.
Okay, so what's the story on that one? It's 296, 720, and what do we have? Just the flooring to put in?
Just the flooring.
Okay.
Yeah, it's already got the cabinets and countertops selected, the backsplash is selected. So
So
everything's
if I
finished.
wanted to buy that one story, which is 1,834 square feet, I could move in this one story for 296,720 if I pick standard carpet.
With 3% towards closing costs. And
Got it.
So what about rentals? Like, I mean, these are great deals, right? If someone like me came and said, you know what, I'd love for an investment. You guys accepting those?
Absolutely, yeah.
So it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple in here. Obviously, the models have been sold, and those are investors. And then we have a couple out in production. So the investors are finding good value in it for sure.
Yeah, and I know my agent that sold one of the models said that the buyer's going to move in it after the lease is up. So some of the homes for people out there, the homes on the backside are one stories backing one stories. So if you're looking for privacy, there's that option. And then there's a little park in the community, and the monthly fee is $47 for, what do you get for $47?
Pretty much just takes care of the management and the park,
And the park and the side grass, that little flowers
little
on
common
Okay.
landscape areas. But HOAs just pretty much keep the neighborhood in order.
Speaking of HOA, we have HOA rules here, right?
We do.
So for those out there that don't know, the homeowners association does, it keeps you from parking 17 cars in front of your house. It keeps you from moving engines out of your car on the street. It keeps it as a nice residential area for you to enjoy the value that are here.
It's a shared commitment to a higher standard.
Very well
That's
said.
Do you like that?
Okay, so if I'm new to this area, which I am technically, what's some of the exciting things I could do up here?
Oh, we're minutes away from Craig Ranch Park, which is a huge park. They always have lots of different events going on. There's shopping everywhere around here. I mean, we're minutes away from Sam's Club and Lowe's, and I mean, everything you could possibly need is
Okay.
pretty much.
That's it, shopping, I'm done.
Not to mention, I mean, we're right down the street from 215. You got grab the 215, take you around, or down Craig is the 15. So
Yeah,
we're very
Dave
close to.
Dave took the 15.
So,
Very
I like talking about these areas and even people going further out as the Long Island effect. Some of you would probably call this the Orange County effect if you're from California. When in New York, it was unbelievably expensive to live in Manhattan. Then it became unbelievably expensive to live in Brooklyn, Queens, and you just got further out and you took the Long Island Expressway. And the beauty of the Long Island effect is for a short commute, you get the beauty of the city and all the amenities, but you pay half the price. Because this house in Summerlin or Green Valley is $425. Right?
Easy.
That's just the reality. And you know what? There's affordability. There's people who want to spend money on different things in their life, right? They don't want to be house poor or whatever. So, Summerlin, Green Valley, that's not for everybody.
No.
But you have the Long Island effect. I mean, you wanted land because you had horses. So you went, 50 miles out
Yep.
of Queens, right? And you commuted as a fireman
Yes, I did.
all the way to the city.
I used to sleep on the whole way in.
And what we're going to see in Las Vegas more and more, whether it's Pahrump, whether it's out here, whether you're going all the way up to Mount Charleston and the Sky Canyon, you're going to see more of a further outpour because of crazy prices and affordability, right? When you say that.
Well, the way I look at it is this house at 296 that's standard, you put a little flooring upgrade in your carpet, maybe you're talking 300. This house set up like this in Summerlin, 450. So to drive a little further, you're getting a third off the price.
And you're getting FHA, you're getting a
Convention.
lot of,
Yeah, they got everything.
and rates are fantastic. You're getting money towards
Closing
your
costs, yes. You
Or-
basically could get in, VA is $0 down and
dollar.
dollar, I can't say dollar.
Bump it a bump.
And bumper. You gotta spin it like Spanish. And they're also for FHAs 3.5, so you're talking about 9,000 something.
Get in for just that, yeah.
Yeah, and they're gonna pay your closing costs. So,
You know,
and they're
that-
beautiful though. The thing about it is, I have to speak is Dave and I in the Summerlin days sold so many homes, and this house lays out so great because you have this, And if you don't take the cabinets and you eat like we do, you can put a big table.
Put a hutch.
Right, or a big table in here that led to the living room. And if you don't put in the fireplace, you could put a 72-inch flat screen, and the bedrooms are separate, which is the key.
You heard me coming in, right?
Yeah, we heard you.
But it's not. But even then, you could have a small little. I know there's some houses that I've been in where you have small little walkway,
Right,
and it's like this hallway of like death.
like a
Yes.
tunnel.
You know, it's a tunnel, and then this is wide open, so it's just feeling
Nice
like
and grand.
right. The other house, same thing. Like you don't feel like you're on top. The other master bedroom and the other master bath are absolutely stunning.
And plan 3.
And the one next door.
The reason I like the plan 3 is because if I'm gonna have a few kids, or 3 kids, or whatever, 2 kids, even like you have,
or me.
or you, I like the idea of the living room, but upstairs they have a den.
Somewhere to go, yeah.
So you could say to the kids, go up, scream to the kids.
He's saying the same, right? He's saying the same thing I just said.
Go
right?
upstairs, yeah. So
I said
that-
I'd cut a little door and put the food underneath.
yes, exactly. That's about the same. Take them out for school in the bathroom.
Exactly.
But that's, I think, is very nice because of the 2 separate living areas.
Mhm.
Though, I mean, you could do the same thing here, except you only have the 1 living area. So that 2-story, and I don't know which plan is selling the most. I guess you guys could tell me that.
That's pretty even. I mean,
Is
you get a little bit of both. You know, another good thing about this plan, this 1 story, is that you see how those 2 bathrooms are across from each other. We actually have an option to close one of them off and make it like an ensuite. So it's like a
Oh,
2
nice.
master deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
We
gotcha.
just make a shower in the other bathroom, so it's another full bathroom.
I like it the way it is. I'm gonna tell you what, and I don't know if you heard me.
We did.
I love the fact. Listen, toilets are our main thing. I mean, the way I grew up was in 900 square feet with him, right? 1 bathroom. So this is probably sharing too much.
Yeah, it
But
is.
if I'm sitting on the toilet, the sink was right here. So if he's washing his hands, like he was literally this close to me. Remember, it was ridiculous how small our bathroom was.
It was a bungalow.
It was ridiculous. I mean, this was not the silver spoon with him and I. It was a plastic spoon. But I like the fact that, like, let's just say my family, me and Angie here, the girls have their own rooms. But if they're getting ready, they each can get ready in their own bathrooms.
Mhm.
They can't shower separately, but they can take turns in the shower. But the getting ready part, boom, we got 3 different bathrooms. That's really nice, especially in a 1-story.
Mhm.
Plus, when you have guests, you don't necessarily want them in your personal bathroom.
Mhm.
So you have a dedicated powder
Mhm.
just for them.
Usually don't get in a 1 story.
Right. You know,
Well, if you talk about that way, you talk about my house at Red Rock Country Club,
Yep.
and I have 2.5 baths. So
You're right. You have,
So-
you have a Jack and Jill.
yeah, so this house offers you just as many bathrooms as I have.
And
For-
I would argue this is set up, now you don't have that grand front room, but this is set up actually nicer than your house.
Well, you could argue that.
You got a better view. All right. So what are we missing? What are we missing out? I mean, what are you guys seeing? I mean, I know you had a lot of sales in the last month, right? It started picking up a ton.
Oh yeah, we got another thing I forgot to mention is just buying in brand new homes. I mean, we kind of experienced this recently since we were closing our first phase. Is that everybody's moving in at the same time. So, you know, you got all these brand new homeowners, their first home, you know, I mean, literally there was like 4 U-Haul trucks out there, like everybody's moving in, shaking hands, you know,
Yeah.
everybody's got the same move-in date. So it's like you get that kind of atmosphere where everybody's, you know, been
Sure.
waiting for their home and now they're all friends and, you know.
Especially if you are getting that, we can't really get too much into the demographic, but if you are getting first-time home buyers, there's something so special about that.
Yeah, you all become buddies.
You know,
You know, we were talking.
very underrated how
we were
owning
talking
your own
the other
home is.
day how you don't go to your neighbor and say, "Oh, I need a cup of sugar" anymore. But when you first move in to a community like this, you do make that bond
Mm-hmm.
and you do achieve it. Let's talk about landscaping.
Oh, before that, I don't want to lose a thought. I'm impressed by how far away the homes are from each
They're
other.
on 60-foot lots?
Yeah, we have really wide lots. So, I mean, in between some of these houses, we got, the standard is 5 feet
Yeah.
and your neighbor gets 5 feet. So you get them 10 feet. And that's what you see all over every new home
Everywhere.
builder is 10 feet. But some of ours have like 12 feet.
Yeah.
Plus they have 12 feet.
Which is,
I mean,
these two, it's like, I couldn't believe how
yeah,
far
or
apart.
super
they were.
far. You can get a, pretty good gate.
I didn't have that at my last house, which
No.
was 1/6.
I don't have that at Red Rock, which is, no, it's 60-foot wide, so it gives you. So what about landscaping? Tell us about that. What do you provide? What's the story on landscaping?
It'll just be the desert landscaping in the front, but everybody gets one full-size tree and then just a bunch of bushes around.
Great.
But they get the pavers, which
Yes.
is really nice. If you're not driving by here, new homes, you can look on New Home Resource. You can look on what's my buddy's one?
Sales track.
Sales Track, or you can go to like websites. But a lot of still to this day in the most technologically advanced era, people are still driving by and
Mhm.
finding it.
Yeah.
So if you don't know this is out here and the price point, I mean, you see it on Facebook all the time, the realtor community. I need a new home, under 300, one story. People are like, good
luck.
You know what I mean? So,
And the thing is like the cabinets, and I maybe it's a quirk of mine, but I hate the wood grain. And the fact that these are 42 no wood grain and it's white and like a coffee color. And
Yeah, we don't have this is your color. It's, you
Yeah.
can get the espresso. We can go gray. We have a
Right.
slate color. We have white. I mean,
And then you have the granite and the backsplash. Half the thing is the pain in the neck of going out to find all of this. And the fact that you have the pre-wire cable to pre-wire, the fans, it seems to me that so much is included for the price. And it's so hard because someone says to you, yeah, it's $290, and you walk out the door and you're spending $350.
Yeah.
You
and
know?
that's what I kind of mentioned. It's like there's an old Richard Pryor movie, and I think it's called Moving In or Moving Out. And it's hysterical because they're walking through the house and the guy's like, Richard Pryor's like, this is a gorgeous pool. He's like,
They
oh.
don't even know.
He
who
goes,
Richard Pryor
he
is.
goes, doesn't come with the house. And they're laughing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then he moves in and the pool's completely gone, right? It's an old 80s movie. It's fantastic.
Showing your age, brother.
And speaking of pools, if you use our partner, New American Funding, you can actually have the price of a pool built into the loan as well.
there's very few lenders that still allow that, and we actually have a buyer out here that is getting their pool. They're starting on their pool the day they
Yeah.
get their keys.
That's
It's already
amazing.
paid for in their
Amazing.
loan.
Amazing. That's great. And of course, you don't think of a pool because we're in November now, but boy, in the summer,
Best time to
Yeah.
build a pool is right now.
yeah, you'll
Yeah.
beg for it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, is there anything we missed or anything else you'd like guys like to talk about?
I really want to emphasize that point about the everything included.
Mhm.
Rarely do you see the price of the house. It's like a bait and switch, unintended or intended. Nothing against any of you fall in love with the model. This is the way new homes go. You absolutely fall in love with the model, and then you can't get anything. Nothing's included. Like what you actually thought you were buying versus what you end up with is night and day, right?
Yep.
It's like the bar at 3 a.m. and the next morning, right? So,
Oh, I like that analysis.
so with these houses, you really you can fall in love with the house and end up with what you fell in love with. I
Yeah.
think that's important.
Well,
I mean, even this, how much is this beautiful upgrade over here
3,300.
for the whole thing?
The whole thing, just the tile the way it is, and you can change
With
the
the
color
fireplace?
out with the fireplace.
All right, so-
Fireplace and tile. Yeah.
To give you an idea, the fireplace, just to get a 6-footer in my house, $8,800. That alone.
Then you have to tile it.
Yes, which I still haven't done. And looking at this, I say I'm overthinking the whole thing because even this looks gorgeous, right?
right.
We'll send you to the flooring center, and if you don't like the tile the way it is, then
You're good.
you get a credit for what we put in, and then just pay the difference.
The 3,300, and then you're getting the 3%. Like what's close. This is worth it. And even if it wasn't here, you get a beautiful entertainment center and put a 70-inch TV on top.
That's what she said. Maybe I don't like entertainment centers. I would put a nice.
I don't know of anyone who
Flat
watches
screen.
more TV in my life than
Than
you. You see this Netflix? Did you see this Netflix? You
Well,
watch
that's
every
probably
schedule?
why I don't want to. I want the whole wall to be a TV.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry. What are we missing? We've covered a lot.
We have covered a lot, and
All right. So let's talk about we'll finish with this. New homes versus resales. Okay. Normally, a new home is so expensive that you really have to have that I call it that heart to heart, right? Do I want something that's aged that I have to put the money into it? If you're willing to do that and still stay married after you get through it, God bless, right? So a lot of people don't get the resale that needs a lot of work, right? But they end up going to the new, and the difference between the new with all the upgrades versus the resale without a lot of work is so high. But now it's not. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Because you've now gotten rid of the middle. So when new homes get too expensive, that's when people start buying resales again. And they're like, I'll just do it myself. And then when resales get too expensive, people start buying new homes because they're like, well, if I'm going to pay this much for resale, I might as well buy a new home and get everything the way I want.
Mhm.
You guys, I believe we're in a time where new homes are super expensive, especially in the surrounding areas. This did not happen here. This is when you get an independent, smaller builder, you're able to do this. Wouldn't you agree on that?
Yes.
All right.
Smaller builder is a good point too. I mean, our builder is hands-on. He's our superintendent. He's the owner of the company. Does your walkthrough. I mean, you meet him, shake hands with him, and I mean, there's a lot to be said for that. You know,
Yes.
as far as the quality of your home.
So on this lot 13 is the 2-story. There's almost a 30-foot backyard. So that would be ideal for a pool.
Yeah.
That's an ideal pool lot. And we're working in phase 1, 2, and 3. Did you sold some in 3 already? 'Cause
Yeah, phase 1 is sold out. Phase 2, we only have a couple left.
the 2 left that I'm telling you, we could get a December delivery. You could eat your Christmas dinner.
You got a couple questions.
Oh, go for it. Let's see questions.
These are asking live too. So, what is the name of the builder?
Cavison.
It's Cowison. Okay, and then someone asked what the build time is.
The build
3
time
to
for
4
the
months.
Oh, okay.
It depends on what stage. I mean, the ones that we're selling right now, we have December move-ins and like February, March move-ins that are just permitted today.
Yeah.
Just got permits, right?
Yeah, and you talk to the builder. If you get the permits quickly, he can go even faster. It's just
Yeah, it's a matter of getting permits. That's
permits.
that's the slow time. And then once you get the permits, like we did, then the build time is.
So if they wanted a plan 1 or a plan 4, this being the 1-story, they could be in by December. The plan 1 is the smaller 2-story, not the one we photographed. They could be in by December. The other ones, you're talking
February.
February.
which is literally a hop, skip, and a jump away
Mhm.
at this point.
Yeah,
There's only 50 days left in 2019
Wow.
Yeah.
as of today.
you motivated me this morning.
Did I really? So within 7 weeks, you could be set up for the rest of your next decade.
Right.
Well, and the ones that are going to be ready for February, March move-in, you can still customize those. Nothing has been picked out. You can do the cabinets, the granite, the backsplash, all of that. The December ones have been picked, but
I
tastefully.
mean, if they look like this,
If they look like
I'd rather
Listen,
not.
I picked it, so it'll be beautiful.
I'd rather not choose it. I mean, how many places are actually including backsplashes? I
None.
never seen
None.
that.
None.
The
Zero.
cable, pre-wires, the 2 ceiling fans, none.
Yeah.
None. Mhm.
Well, we're going to be doing probably one in a couple of months again, just to refresh. But who knows how many are going to be left?
Mhm.
Who knows what the price? I mean, your average price of homes. What was the previous? What happened in October?
310.
310. So these houses are actually less than the median price of homes in all of Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Not many times you can say that in general, let alone new homes. So we have, you can click on Cavison Homes. If you have questions about the builder, I tag them. You can click on Melissa and Krista. Their cell phones, right,
Yeah.
are available. Is one of the other one, either one of them are usually here. What are the hours we're looking at now?
11 to 5 every day now, maybe
Because-
about 4:30 since it's getting dark
It's getting dark
but
early.
We're here
Alright.
every single day, and we're always available by phone. So,
We'll accommodate later showings too.
yeah.
And they're urban nest agents, so you're gonna get, call
Top
back.
notch.
So
That's
And actually know what they're talking about.
Exactly. You say I'm getting in trouble. That's you right there. All right. On that note, thank you for watching. And again, if you have any questions, reach out.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank